set your spirit free. Grab a hold of me, connected to the source and set your body. Oh yeah, I am the source you need. Young sister, take a moment and take a look in the mirror. Tell me, what do you see? Is it the essence of a woman you would ask in the mirror? No, don't you hide the truth. Everything in the universe is given to you. So aspirations are hard to reach. Come on and fly with me. Come fly with me. Activate the faith and set your spirit free. Grab a hold of me, connected to the source and set your body. The source you need. Oh yeah.
Come fly.
I am the source you need.
Yeah. With the sparrows. Come fly with me as we journey through timeless existence. Resistance is futile. The essence of life is consistent with the heavens, astrological influence. I'm such a water babe.
I'm drowning in these living waters while waste time procrastinating. Me and my delegations be delegating through the constellations.
And in constellations, stargazing, sitting around scribes and soothsayers. No hesitation, no plan. Meditating on what they saying.
Conversation philosophically from the root to the root. God authored this autobiography, this is her truth.
And the truth hurts, what's worse, that I burst to conceive.
She birthed civilizations while he thirsts to deceive.
Ashes to ash,
Adam to Eve.
Mother Earth forms the dirt.
From a formless universe.
Now nigga form something.
Transform something, raise your cumulus.
Sing the clouds out to warn something.
Storm something. I look inside myself to see myself project her shadow.
If I am the real, she supplies the bone marrow.
Together as we unite in flight like the sparrow, so let's fly.
Fly. Come fly with me, activate the faith and set your spirit free. Grab a hold of me, connected to the source and set your body. I am the source you need. Oh yeah, I am the source you need.
Stillness and blessings, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and blessings, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and blessings, love and light, health and wholeness. To y'all and to myself. We're gonna try to get through this, man. We kind of running late, but I took off a couple days, so it's only right that I tap in. So we go ahead and get through this book. So I write a few things down as I'm going throughout the day. If I don't have no paper, I write it on anything. So I got a few messages before we begin. It's a lot going on, and I don't think it takes for me to remind us of this. We all experiencing it one way or another. You know, my point in saying that is silence is compliance. Silence is compliance, man. You know. So where we can do something, if we don't, where we can do something and we fail to, we just as guilty as anybody else. Why? Because the greed of the well taken care of is ruining humanity, and it's up for us, humanity, to stop that, man. Whether it's political, whether it's spiritual, whether it's business, you know, the greed of the well taken care of is ruining humanity, man. And if it's gonna be stopped, we gotta stop it. With that being said, it's time to hit the reset button. You know, to change the channel on your radio, man, your inner radio. We gotta pay more attention to what we watch, cause what we watch is a portal to what we attract. I'm gonna say that again. What we watch and listen to is a portal to what we're attracting in our physical world. It's time to double up, man. Double up. That means discipline, self-discipline. When I say double up, that means self-discipline. So it's time to double up in the area of self-discipline and self-love. to raise your frequency in every area of your life. Protect your boundaries and your personal space. Stand on your square, you know, because people watch close. People watch, the people who watching you close 9 times out of 10 be the people who want to see you fall. Don't think, don't deceive yourself. The people who watching you the closest are really the people who want to see you fall or expect to see you fail. It's sad, but it's an honest truth. I ain't gonna share everything. I'm gonna say something. We're gonna get all off into this 80K Luke of life. The section we on is healing, and I hope y'all appreciate this 528 frequency hertz that we playing. You know, cause we need some healing in our life. And as a disclaimer, I'm not promoting one religion over another. I'm just promoting spiritual concepts and different spiritual modalities. You know, so if it can apply to you, apply it. If it don't, let it pass. And we're in the 80K loop, law of life, healing. We're on section 108. Page 108. Healing. And before I go into that, I want to share 3 things for y'all to keep in mind of. Flame. Flame is a concentration of a light ray. Thought. Thought is a creative center or faculty. And light ray. Light ray is a current or energy. Just keep that in mind. In healing, a flame transmutes the discord through the use of light rays. When we call the presence or higher self into action, it projects forth light rays and transmute the heavy or dense particles in the force fields around the electrons composing the atoms, thereby reestablishing a normal condition. Transforms the body and it becomes whole. The light ray is a current of energy projected by the higher self or master. Although unseen, it is tangible and produces results. The light ray does bring about an effect similar to the use of radium or ultraviolet ray used by the medical profession in certain conditions. In comparison, the use of light rays is so transcendent that medical science seems cruel. Much ill health is caused by inharmony in your feelings. In healing, what is needed is healing in your feelings. As the lower bodies are cleansed, the individual's own life, as the lower bodies are cleansed, the individual's own life energy is able to flow harmoniously. In doing healing, get very still, get very still, get very still. Give recognition to your higher self or Christ self, whatever you call it, of the individual being assisted for its assistance in the universe. Pour love to your higher self. Call on the law of forgiveness for having been forgotten, for forgetting yourself. we gotta pour on the law of forgiveness on our own self, because we don't forget the most valuable part of ourselves, the spirit, the spiritual man. Pour on the law of forgiveness to yourself for having been forgotten and neglected yourself for such a long time. Especially those of you who didn't even know your higher self until now. Talk to it. Come into action into that outer form, mind and feeling world. To take possession and make it your vehicle of expression. Produce perfection and fulfill this divine plan. Also give recognition to your body elemental and talk to it. We can call forth and visualize the pillar of light around that one for protection and charging into the healing power. Call on the law of forgiveness for whatever has caused the condition and use the transmuting violet flame with great intensity. So it could be sickness, sadness, or whatever, you know. If you get in the frequency, you can change conditions. You can then speak to your mental and emotional bodies. Silence them and then direct the powers and allow the powers to flow harmoniously. Through you, the healing takes place. Through you, the healing takes place. Not out. It don't come from outside nowhere. If it's going to be done, it got to be done through you. You can say to your higher self, God, your angels, whatever you call it, take charge of me down here. Take charge of me on earth. Visualize the golden healing essence like an oil going over your entire nervous system. Strong coffee, this is a side note, strong coffee is one thing that burns off this essence. It burns off your golden essence. You know, I don't know, it said in the book, but I'm just sharing it. Strong coffee burns off this golden essence. We got to get our gold pill though. Put the whole action completely in the hands of Source and the masters or your elders or whoever you call upon. Have no thought of feeling or concern. Just know. You got to know that the action is going forth according as you act. No doubt. In healing, you can have the action of the light through the heart from within and from without, the luminous presence of an ascended master, your ancestor or angel around the person. A flame from within and one from without, and when the two meet and merge, that reconstructs the atomic structure. Then command the points of light in every cell to expand. If you're doing healing for somebody else, call the person's higher source into action. Get into action in that outer form with the luminous presence without. One can do that without personal contact or even knowing the individual. So you can send healing to people. What they're saying is you can send healing to people without knowing people. You don't have to know people to mean them well, to send them well. We have an advantage here which other types of healing do not have. There's no organization or person who can stop it through outer means or law. In deformed bodies, when the human creation has been removed, that caused the condition, the atomic structure does not always straighten out right away. It may take a little time, and sometimes even when it does straighten out at the time, it will fall back into the former condition because the beings of the elements composing the body still hold on to the previous consciousness. Missing portions of the bodies, limbs, eyes, etc. could easily be restored if the thoughts and feelings were purified because of the light pattern in the etheric body is still there. Most people don't believe things like this, but that's the problem. Substance can be drawn from the points of light in the atmosphere, coalesced, and that portion of the body made whole, physically manifest again. Besides the assistance of the master, the angels, or whatever, there are also healing temples at inner levels from which can be drawn healing power when one has mastered his feelings. When one has mastered his feelings. 2,000 years ago, Yahshua, dispensation of grace through the sixth ray, came into action, and the cycle of the fifth ray under the Mosaic law closed a law of an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. That meant a balance had to be made by pain and experience such as had been imposed upon some other part of life in order to pay off the karmic debt. Now we call it you reap what you sow. Through the action of grace, some of that balance to the law could be made by one understanding the law and setting it into motion for yourself and for others. This Yahshua did. That is how people were healed, by calling on the law of forgiveness and setting into action the transmuting violet flame. Where discarnate entities had attached themselves to people, or we attach ourselves to discarnate entities through lower vibratory thoughts or destructive thought forms. And it is said that in such cases the silver cord had not been completely withdrawn. Within the cause of dis-ease is a core or a root, which is the action of thought and feeling, the creation of a certain quality. For permanent healing, it is necessary to change the root, to change the thought. Much disease is caused by conscious and deliberate projections. Conscious and deliberate projections. You ever heard that term, people holding their nuts on you? Conscious and deliberate projections. A great percentage of stomach trouble is caused by direct projection. Most heart trouble is nothing but a pressure of gas, usually by overeating or wrong combinations of food. Much dis-ease is also due to the acceptance of suggestions, wrong suggestions. For healing and assistance, one can visualize the luminary presence of Jesus, your angels, your ancestors, whoever. Visualize a picture, superimpose the likeness of that picture around and interpret penetrating the person or condition. See it quite a bit larger than the outer form in blazing light or the color required. For energy, use a tinge of blue. For love and comfort, pink. For peace, gold, and pink for illumination. No, for peace, gold and pink. For illumination, yellow. Healing comes under the fifth ray. Through the use of light rays, by beings trained in the fifth sphere, ideas of various services or healings are projected into the consciousness of human beings interested in benefiting mankind. The four Lady Masters, Mary, Nada, Metta, and Kuan Yin, govern the healing activity of Earth, to Earth. Pus is caused by fear. Irritation causes acidity. For skin rash, one can apply pure honey. There is nothing better in the outer. For eyes, use the violet ray. Visualize a ray of light from the presence coming to the head and out through the eyes. Then follow with a golden ray. For pain, see a beam of light go from the threefold flame in the heart of the presence, meaning your higher self. See a beam of light go from the threefold flame in your heart to the other person. Color, violet. Then gold or pink. There is an angelic being over every hospital and such places. There is an angelic being over every hospital and such places. These beings are under the direction of ascended masters or great beings. There are also angels that minister to the afflicted, and it is through their services that the greater part of the healings are brought about. Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate y'all for appreciating me. I won't take up no more of y'all time tonight. If you want to donate to the cause for the seeds that's being sown, $SAIWOODAGOD. That's $Sawuda God through Cash App. I appreciate y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all night. One.